Rob and Akiva need a Comcast, and it needs your help. Can you make it on the wheel? Rob and Akiva need a podcast. Yeah, they'll buy or sell your ideas. To talk about it to your fill every weekend. Better on 10. You can guess what could be coming up next. Rob and Akiva need a podcast.
Live from Minneapolis, it's Late Night with your hosts, Rob and Akiva. Please make welcome Rob, Cesternino, and Akiva Wienerkur. Give it up for... Is this on? Is this on? Give it up for our announcer, Will. And our band leader, Carl. Carl, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing good, doing good. Akiva, can you believe it? Here we are.
A room of all of our friends.
Minneapolis.
It's crazy. It feels like so many people.
Of course, for those of you who may not know, my co-host, Akiva Wienerkur, he and I started podcasting 5 years ago.
Yes.
He is a veteran of the Seinfeld post-show recap and the 32 Fans podcast. Give it up, everybody, for Mr. Akiva Wienerkur. So excited to be here in Minneapolis here for Rob and Akiva live in Minnesota, or Rob and Akiva live in Idaho, as we told Shut Up Tim.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Did you guys see last week that there was the guy in the bagel shop who got caught on video trying to stir up that whole controversy? It's being called the biggest embarrassment to Long Island since Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast. We got anybody following all the politics out there?
That's specific.
Yeah, right? Big Democratic primary. Joe Biden, the leader in the Democratic primary right now, having a hard time connecting with the young voters, trying to get those young people voting for him. He's trying to change that perception. He actually put out a statement today telling people that Kamala Harris is my ops.
It's inside baseball.
Yeah. Who's outside baseball here?
No. It's good chair.
Yeah. It's all outside baseball since they got rid of the Metrodome here, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't script that
Very
one.
Inside. The census has been a big topic of conversation, and the Supreme Court just came down on a very controversial question that cannot be included on the census. The Supreme Court said that they cannot ask, "Is Akiva cool?" That will not be allowed on the 2020 census. Yeah. And can we talk about all this stuff on Twitter about can you go back to where you came from? It's so uncalled for. Minnesota, we hear you. Akiva and I are leaving tomorrow. We'll be gone soon.
Nice.
Okay, we'll be out of here. Next week, though, Robert Mueller is scheduled to testify on Capitol Hill. And a lot of the congressional insiders are saying that if it goes well, they're going to put Robert Mueller back on the wheel, and he might come back in 10 sessions. If it goes well. Also, did you guys know 50 years ago tonight was when the Apollo 11 crew landed on the moon? It was actually 50 years ago tonight. Or was it, said Antonio Mazzaro in a future podcast. All right. Thank you guys so much. Let's give it up for our band leader, Carl. Sit down.
All right.
Okay, Akiva, how you doing?
I'm doing great. This is very exciting. We had like a really crazy day. We jam-packed 24 hours. Last night we went to a baseball game. Shout out to the Mets. They won. Today we did an ice cream tournament, which means we ate 32 ice creams. And I feel all 32 of them right now. And we went to an ice cream tournament. We rented out a Ben & Jerry's, and then we went to a baseball game. It was very hot. And then, and now we're here, all in 24 hours. And I think we're doing a slumber party podcast tonight in my hotel room.
We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how
this one goes.
goes.
We might be speaking by the end
Right.
of
Potentially a third sleepover party podcast today. So we have our band leader tonight, Carl. Carl, what's your last name?
It's called Von Goren.
Carl Van Goren?
Von Goren, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It would have been funny if he didn't tell us. It's like
Yeah.
some things need to be
It's
kept private.
complicated. Government IDs and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Can you guys hear Carl okay? Okay. All right. So Carl was a person who responded to our ad on Craigslist.com.
That's right.
It's true.
To be the band leader of a podcast. And as of this morning, he was not yet booked for this, but
is
he has
true.
come in the last 24 hours to come in and be our band leader. We'd love to get your reaction to
What is this?
Yeah,
what is this, Carl?
What are you seeing right
What's
now?
going on right now?
Yeah, this is a last-minute jam. This is awesome. This is staring at the computer and figuring out, how am I going to do that? Yeah, okay, let's do that.
I think he meant like, what is this? Not
This is awesome. Yeah, this is. You guys been having some fun at the game and stuff, yeah? Mm-hmm. That's huge.
Yeah. So
I was doing
I
that.
had a very surreal moment at the baseball game today as Carl was texting me to transcribe the lyrics to the theme song of Rob and Akiva Need a Podcast.
man.
Which
I was
ironic-
close.
Yeah, you were close, and it was actually
Not right.
a debate that Akiva
Yeah,
and I
we've
have
been
had
arguing the lyrics.
only recently.
Yes.
So that was something that we were working on today. But thank you very much for being here. Very excited to have a real life band leader here
My
on
pleasure.
Now
Rob and Akiva Live.
You're in the RHAP universe now, Carl. You're stuck.
Oh, thanks, man.
We might need you on like a recap.
Okay.
Driver season.
All right. 10-4 on that.
Voicemails. So last night Rob was on the Jumbotron. He played like a game. Really is your lifelong dream. I think that would be like, you would like to be the guy doing the game, I think.
Right.
That would be your
was
dream
actually,
job.
It was actually very stressful to have to be on a Jumbotron thinking of things quickly and not saying something really dumb.
Yeah, but right, and like don't get canceled. But
Well, what am I going to say?
I don't know. I don't know what we would bring to
What
the
am I
beach.
gonna
I have no
blurt out?
idea. So yeah, so I think it was what was the exact question?
So the game that I played on the Jumbotron at the Twins game was I had to name things you would take to the beach with you. I had 10 seconds to name as many things as I could think of that you would take with you to the beach. And I ended up playing against a very rude baseball player
Awful.
named Mitch Garver,
Garv
aka Garv Sauce.
Yeah. So Rob came up with 9, and with like 2 seconds left, Garv Sauce had 7, and somehow, out of the depths of his stupid brain, he came up with 3 more and beat Rob at the last. What happens if there was a tie? I'd like to know that.
I don't know, but Garv Sauce, he had a hit in the 9th inning last night too. He had a dinger today.
He hit
Garv
a dinger
Sauce.
today. Yeah, he's our ops. We're anti-Garver.
Yeah,
right now.
I
This is an
sent-
anti-Mitch Garver podcast.
I sent him a
officially.
mean tweet today, but
you
he
really?
said, yeah, he's,
You may have more followers than him.
Oh,
He's like-
I definitely did.
Oh, okay.
Garv Sauce is not responding to any social media
okay.
during the season. He says he's only concerned with the thoughts of people in Twins uniform and in the Twins organization.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah.
his, like-
Yeah,
oh, okay.
that's his thing. His thing.
Oh, okay. That's like a football guy move. Like usually baseball players are up for anything. Yeah, that was fun. My favorite part last night, we're sitting down in our seats, and like some of the people started coming in, and we hadn't met a lot of them. Like everyone knows what Rob looks like. Most people don't know what I look like. But people were coming in. We were just introducing themselves, and then a nice lady walks up and says like 10 words I'll never forget. She said, "Hi, I'm Courtney. I was listening to your podcast during my C-section," and then walked right past us. No follow-up. No follow-up. And then I looked, and there was like 3 guys behind us, and I realized, like, oh, they're not with us. They just heard that, and like they must have had so many questions. And by the way, when she did tell us that a few years ago, but I don't think she specified then it was a C-section. So I'm glad to know now. We were deciding if it was natural birth or C-section. And 5 years later, we found out, and now the kid's 4. Hi, I'm Courtney. I was listening to your podcast. Do you remember what episode it was, Courtney? No, it's okay. Okay.
That's okay.
I mean, that should have been the baby's name. Like, it should have been like the Maestro or something. Okay.
It was around 7.
Okay.
That's 7.
Well, no.
Should have named it 7.
The 7 Cyclones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Courtney's sister's Kendall with a C, everybody.
Okay. Akiva, do you want to get into our list for tonight?
Oh, okay. Yes, it's a late night show, and all late night shows have a top 10 list. That's a thing.
I don't know if everyone.
I think there's literally one of them.
Every one that we do does.
I think the Letterman one is that's the only one, but that's our shtick.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked so well last time. We're going to do the exact same top 10 list.
Okay.
I think that we did last time.
Carl, do we have any top 10 list music?
Oh, we do.
Oh, that's great. You're even. I'm odd.
Oh yeah, you are.
Thank you.
All right, Akiva, from the home office in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
Minnesota. What is tonight's top 10 list?
It's top 10 rejected ideas for Rob and Akiva Need a podcast.
Yes. The which is the same category of the top 10 list that we did last
Yeah,
time.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Top 10 rejected. Yeah, top 10 rejected. Rob and Akiva podcast ideas. Rob and Akiva named a baby. This time, Rob and Akiva will circumcise a baby.
That's right. That's right.
Get ready.
Number 9. Season 3, episode 7 of Dr. Pimple Popper.
Whoa. You ever watch that?
No, it looks
No.
gross.
No.
My wife will do like the pimple popping on me.
Oh,
If
no.
She's like, so if she's mad, I was like, all right, that's like all right, she gets to do that. It's terrifying.
You
It's
have
awful.
makeup pimple popping?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like of a mixed.
That's-
Like I
yeah.
feel like that's very.
It's the only time. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8. Rob and Akiva, we're rappers now.
We're rappers. A guy. Can I interrupt for a second? We had like a bunch of band leaders who were they're not as cool as Carl, but they like, hey, we want to do it, and they flaked or whatever. But one guy, Josh, who I believe is here, said, hey, I've got like a friends. They have a jam band. We have a guitarist. We have a keyboardist, and we have a freestyle rapper. I was like, all right,
that's a
hold the
crew,
rapper.
man.
You could send the other 2, but they didn't come. All right.
Wait, Carl, do you do any freestyle raps?
Freestyle. No.
Okay, good.
All right.
People
All right.
don't stick around for that.
All right,
Okay.
number 7. Meet me in the middle of North Korea.
Okay. Number 6. Rob and Akiva get super into brunch.
Brunch.
Yeah. Is it a late breakfast?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Number 5. I feel like only Rob gets the drum roll. I don't know what's going on. Number 5. If you liked Rob and Akiva Solve a Murder, you'll love Rob and Akiva Commit a War Crime.
Okay. Number 4. Our marriages are trash. But now after the pimple popping
Yeah,
thing, I feel
no.
like that you
I'm
have
on
like
the upswing.
Yeah.
Yes. Number
Very intimate.
3. Rob and Akiva do an autopsy.
Number 2. I can't believe it's just Chester. Was that new? I didn't see that one before.
Yeah, Mike Bloom just wrote that now because I realized there was kids in the room and I couldn't say the other number 2.
Yeah, the
Ask me after the
$75
podcast.
patrons
Yeah,
got
ask
like
me
a
after the
great
podcast,
show
I'll tell you
today.
what. And the number 1 idea that Rob and Akiva will not, some of these are good, some of these we should actually do.
Yeah.
The number 1 idea that Rob and Akiva will not do in a podcast, Brant Steele, World War II.
There you go.
I can say.
Yes.
All right. Carl, give us some music after that.
Hold on. All right.
All right. All right. Now, we have a great crowd here. Give it up for yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I know we have a lot of people who are here as friends, but do we have anybody that's in the crowd? We're looking for couples, but how many couples are here together tonight?
I guess one hand per couple, so it's not confusing.
Yeah. Now,
Unless it's a throuple. I don't know what that is, but that would be, I guess, 1.5
okay.
hands. Okay.
Now, we're looking for a specific kind of couple to talk to tonight on the show. Akiva, what kind of couple are we looking for?
We want a couple where one of the people knows why they're here, and the other person was a lot of hand shove. And a lot of people were absolutely dragged here and do not know what is going on. And we have several. So let's go back there, please. Can you guys come up? You guys. I'll pretend not to know your name.
Okay. All right. Come on up.
Share the mic. All right, what are you guys' names?
Okay. You can take that off the mic stand.
Yeah, you hold them. Hold
Yeah,
the
you're
mic.
being handhold.
So here we have another Kevin. There's like 5 Kevins here.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Kevin.
Okay.
All right, we got
And
Melissa.
we're the Mitchners.
Okay.
You know what that is? You ever see that's like a reality show? Like, I'm Akiva. And he's Rob. And we're like the Wienerkur Cesterninos. And like flashbang, like we just had six tuplets last.
Hey, it's fine. It's legal here.
We just had like octuplets last week, and then it's like a TLC show. That's how they said it. I like it. All right, so now which one of you is an RHAP fan, and which one of you here was like the designated driver tonight / the draggee?
I'm the fan.
Okay.
She's the draggy.
Okay.
Draggy? That's the term?
She was dragged. Yeah, she's the draggee.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want?
What's your name again?
Melissa.
Melissa. Okay, that's my
Okay.
mom's name. I should have remembered
Okay.
that. Okay.
Do you want Carl to intro this segment?
Yes, please. What is the segment called?
Yes.
Oh, this. What is this segment?
We're in segment 3.
3 out of 22.
Rob and Akiva break up a couple.
But the truth is, they are married, so that's a little weirder. Maybe we should have got people who are like dating for 2 months. Because
We're newlyweds.
you're
Oh,
newlyweds?
congratulations.
All right, perfect. So it's all right. It's not like in stone yet. I got it. The way she said it, I wasn't gonna.
48 hours.
It's the same. I have been married 14 years. No difference. But she said it. We really had. So there's a bunch of people here who are in relationships. I want to know from your perspective, Melissa, what is going on right now? Can you tell us like everything you know?
I wasn't supposed to say it.
Okay.
But I'm here because my husband likes podcasts, and
Okay.
Yes.
I try to pay attention to his things on the peripheral, and so we got we like watching Survivor together.
Okay.
So that's something that he introduced to me, and then and so just trying to get connected to into what he likes, and because I like doing things like birding.
Birding.
Okay. Wow, a lot of birders in the house tonight. I thought there would be one clap max for birding.
What does birding entail?
Nature walks that
Okay.
a bunch of people way more knowledgeable than me point out flying things, and they're usually called yellow rumped, but they're actually orange, so it's really confusing.
Okay. And
won't touch that.
And does Kevin partake in birding with you?
We have what she calls her bird window at
Okay.
our house, but it's really her creep window.
Okay.
Where
window.
It's her people watching window. She's,
Yeah.
Okay.
creeps
So
on our
she's looking.
neighbors.
So she's looking. Oh, that's like a red hair, but it's not like a woodpecker. It's like a person. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now. All right. So her hobby's birding, and you sometimes have to tag along with it.
I've never went birding.
Oh, well, okay. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was gonna say if you had to go birding a lot, I'd say there aren't enough Rob and Akiva Need a podcast to make up for birding.
Yeah.
Whatever you think of this, it's not birding.
Yeah. In fairness, you can't do birding on 2x speed.
It's very true.
All right. So what's going on tonight, Melissa?
So I am noticing, I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm noticing that there's a lot of people who know what you two are about.
Yeah.
And I have
That's usually when you go to like, hey, we're at like the U2 show, and everyone seems to know who U2 is here. It's amazing. Not that we're U2, but you get it.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Yes,
And-
we'll
please,
answer
fire-
all of them.
yeah,
I
fire-
wanted to ask actually, because a lot of people came from Canada, right? Claire's here from Canada. Matt and Jason are here from Canada. People came from Nelson's here from Denver and California. Did you? So are you guys? They're here from California. Maddie and Jamie and Grandpa. A lot of people here from all over the place. I don't think anyone's outside North America. If you came from outside North America, don't admit it here. But are you guys locals?
Yes.
Okay, because that would be even funnier if. By the way, was there anybody here who was dragged from out of town? Okay, okay, at least I don't feel that bad, right?
Just one. Just
Oh, we
one.
have
Just one.
How far? Where are you guys coming from?
4 hours away.
It's in town. It's a big town. they crawl. It was all right. So what are your questions? Do you think we could convert you? So you watch Survivor.
Yes.
Have you ever listened to a podcast? Any podcast.
Yes.
Which one? Which podcast?
What's your favorite podcast?
Just more recently, I listened to a podcast about how men think.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's new.
Is that what it's
How
called?
is that?
It is. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we put that on the wheel?
How men think. Okay. And have you ever listened to a Rob podcast before? Be honest. It's okay. You're not going to hurt our feelings.
No, but I've seen that you're on the screen.
Okay. That's when you walk out of the room.
Yeah. Well, she probably has heard the know-it-alls as she's falling asleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do a podcast with a lady named T-Bird, which could be birding.
Yeah, birding with T-Bird.
In a way.
Perfect. Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So you never heard the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what Rob covers? Like, you know this? Okay. Like Survivor.
Potentially.
Do you ever see
Yeah.
Big Brother?
I've never watched a whole season, but I
You're
know.
lucky.
Do you know?
Kidding.
Melissa's canceling them before she starts.
Yeah.
Do you know that there's like people that watch the people on Big Brother? You know about that? You don't tell her about it. Don't tell her about
All right,
that.
well, let's hear your questions.
Yeah. What are your questions?
What was I asking about? I don't remember now.
She was.
Oh, the wheel.
The wheel.
Okay, we
Yeah.
have wheel. Oh, we really buried the lead here. We got a beautiful wheel here.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's coming up in our wheel segment, and I want to remind the audience that we are going to do a live wheel submission later on in the show tonight. So make sure you have your best submissions here for the wheel. We're going to have you come up and talk to us live about what to go up. So don't be caught flat-footed when we are looking for suggestions.
So, what do you think the premise of the show is? Let's start there. Of this particular podcast, Rob and Akiva.
Ideas that you talk about.
Okay.
So
How do we
like-
get the ideas?
I'm assuming from fans, because there's a lot of people who know what's
From
going
France?
on. Fans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
No, 32 France is a different podcast that Akiva hosts.
Quoi?
Okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should all right, so here's how it works. I'm going to try and explain it because people my wife's grandma was asking me how this podcast works.
Right.
And so I'm going to try and explain it, and you're going to tell us if you could punch it up a little bit or if you think it's going to last or so.
Perfect.
People write in ideas, and if we like the idea, we put it on that wheel. Before that, it wasn't that wheel; it was a fake wheel on the internet. And if they don't like the idea, we throw it in the trash. And then we take the ideas, we spin the wheel, and then the next week that's the podcast.
Right.
But you had now can you make it a better podcast? What should we do?
Let's see. So what I heard about the wheel, though, is that once you pick something, it comes off, but
Yeah.
it can
Yeah.
come back.
In 10 episodes.
So after that 10 episodes or 10 weeks, you do only the things that have come off as a spin
Okay.
and some version of
All
that.
right, all right, we got that.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna last because
that's
it
good.
sounds like
this is the 42nd episode.
yeah, cool.
Well, 43.
Is this 43?
Oh wow.
No, because 41A. I don't know.
I honestly
Okay.
thought it was the first one.
Yeah. It seems like it.
We'll get into mid-season form soon. All right.
Okay.
These guys are great.
And then, like, how did you find Carl? Well, like, how? Like,
He was on,
Craigslist.
he's on
Yeah.
Craigslist.
He's not normally part of the podcast. I mean, now he is for
Yes.
future episodes. He is part of the podcast.
I've been
got
on
it.
Minnesota Craigslist trying to find people for this podcast,
Oh, cool.
including that I found the guy who works a lot of bachelorette parties, but we didn't end up getting a hold of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where Carl came in. Do you have any questions for Carl?
What's up?
Is this what you do professionally?
It is actually.
Yes,
Oh.
podcast brand leader.
Not usually on
Cool.
Wednesday nights, but it's
Do
a
you
lot
think
of fun.
this is a viable thing to have a band leader on a audio podcast where we're not even in the same room with each other? What do you think? Like a third guy just playing into the mic?
Yeah, does anybody do that on a podcast? Have like a Patch
There
our third
is-
co-host
no.
that's the musical leader?
No, there's a couple live podcasts that do like live improv music.
Yeah. Are you looking for a new best friend, Carl?
Potentially.
Yeah.
I think everyone could use one.
Okay. I like this idea.
Doesn't like Ellen DeGeneres have a musical?
That's not a
Yeah, but
podcast
but
at all.
That's
Oh,
That's
right.
nothing.
And they're all-
Podcasts,
yeah, it's a
podcasts
studio.
are not TV.
Yeah.
This is a start of your live show. This is.
Oh, so we should go around the country?
Yeah.
Let me ask you
Sure.
a question.
Yeah,
What city should we go to next?
Chicago.
Yeah.
What we would need is a wheel of cities.
Okay. You want to build it? We have like
yeah.
an hour.
Okay. Do we have any questions for Kevin?
Yeah. So you said that Kevin, like I think you brought Kevin up here, right? You said he's a little shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
Too
bit.
nervous right now, Kevin?
A little bit.
Okay, but there's nothing to be nervous. First of all, you said we're the Missioners. You related to James Missioner, the author?
Very distantly.
Oh, because if you had that Missioner money, then you guys would be good.
There is no money.
James Missioner doesn't have money. He wrote Hawaii.
Not for
it's
me.
like this big. It's 50 pages just describing the island, and it's a fiction book. It's weird.
I've tried reading the books.
Yeah,
Very
so,
boring.
whatever.
All right. Any further questions?
He's a super fan.
Oh, okay. Super fan of RHAP, not of RHAP, right?
I've listened to all the episodes.
He's
Okay,
here.
no, he's
Yeah.
here. He's here. He's here. How did you have to beg her to come here, or was like she's like a come with person?
I bought a ticket and said, "Hey, you want to go?" And
Okay.
she agreed.
All right, fair enough.
We had to block it off in my schedule. I'm all about schedules, and
Okay.
so he made sure, like when he bought the tickets,
Okay.
that it got on my
Do you
schedule.
approve of this podcast habit more after meeting us?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Good. All right. We didn't break up a couple.
No, stay together.
All right. All right. Give it up for Kevin and Melissa.
Kevin, Melissa, the Missioners.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here comes our announcer.
Wow,
Will.
what's he doing?
Yes. Do we have an announcement?
Yeah, guys, I think we're going to welcome our first guest.
Wow.
You may recognize her from the show Survivor.
Ooh.
Originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she now calls the Twin Cities home. Please welcome Laurel Johnson.
Yeah. And here comes Will as well. Here's Laurel and Will.
Yes.
Here, grab the microphone.
mic. Yeah, we didn't. Sorry, Will didn't get a proper. Where do you hail from, Will? That you didn't get a good introduction.
I'm actually
Also
from
Philly?
I'm from Michigan, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you from Philly or Cherry Hill, by the way?
I'm from Cherry Hill.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I dragged
it's-
him up here with me for support.
Okay.
Okay.
She told me we would be here for an hour.
Did you say Cherry Hill, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's.
I'm looking into.
Yeah, we've got. That's,
I hear it's a very suspicious place. I know.
It's true.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah,
the tabulators
yes.
checked in with me.
Okay. Now, that at the risk of embarrassing myself, that are you two recently engaged? Is that right? Or am I?
Are we?
We are not.
No. Okay. I thought you guys were. I'm sorry.
He did say at the risk
yeah.
of embarrassing himself.
Yeah.
We are not, but talk to him about it.
No, but
Yeah.
but
Sorry, Will.
she did actually just move in a few months
Okay.
ago.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Sorry about that. No pressure. No pressure. Well, we might break up a couple after all. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Laurel, how have you been? I'm so excited to see you here in person. I'm so glad that we were able to work this out on this Minnesota trip. How have you been?
I've been good. I know. I was so excited to hear you guys were coming here. Last time I saw you, it was in LA a couple years ago.
Yeah, and so I know you are very familiar with the Survivor podcasting that goes on, the Big Brother podcasting. But do you have have you ever listened to Rob and Akiva Need a podcast? Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, all the time. I'm a huge fan.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hey, really?
yes.
Oh, we
Really?
had an over-under of 1 second, and we both took the under.
No.
Oh, but-
seriously.
man.
So post Survivor, when I needed a break from like Survivor content,
Yeah.
I feel like this was my most listened to podcast.
Yes.
Wow.
Do you have a particular favorite episode?
We have a shared favorite episode.
We do, yeah. We like the baby naming episode.
Oh. Yeah. Did you have any suggestions
Yeah, what was
that
your
we didn't
choice
think of?
for the baby naming episode?
We really liked Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan is
Rowan.
good.
Yeah.
That baby's like a month away. I'm excited to get
We're
that
a big
picture.
fan of
Do
that.
we have to? Someone said we have to buy that baby a present when it's born. What
I
do you
mean,
think?
that could be the baby we circumcised. Rowan.
That's true.
I feel like the blind date episode was another favorite. I forget the girl's name who was not a fan of the podcast.
Missy.
Missy.
Yeah.
Missing. We wanted to bring her to Minnesota. I legitimately called up Allie Lash. I DM'd Allie Lasher and I said, "We will fly Missy out to Minnesota."
I know.
And she like considered it, but it just didn't logistically
pass.
work. But no. She thought about it, but it was a good idea. No, I'm shocked that Laurel's listening. Can I pitch Laurel something?
Sure.
So Laurel, you're in Rob's Patreon group, right?
Yes.
But I don't think you post. I need you to get like into the nitty gritty and start fights with people in there.
I'm a big lurker on social
Perfect.
media.
I'm joking.
Lurker,
I'm
not
joking.
tweeter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I had asked, I was asking Laurel about if she had any funny stories before you came on the podcast, and that Will was saying that there are a bunch of things that we could get Laurel to talk about. Will, do you have any suggestions or anything that?
Oh, boy. Jeepers. So I guess just top of mind, this past winter we had squirrels in our attic.
Squirrels.
Yes.
Wow.
So we bought a house out in Robbinsdale, and beautiful home right near a lake. But unfortunately, we had squirrels, quite a few of them. So we were actually working from home today, and all of a sudden, if anyone has ever had squirrels in their attic, you know how that sounds. So we're both working from home, and all of a sudden we hear boom, 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 and I'm like, those damn squirrels are back. So we're both outside. We see this squirrel running across the roof, and I pick up a rock and I throw it at the squirrel, and then the squirrel runs to a tree. So that's probably the most exciting news we have right now.
That's lit.
Yeah.
We defended our home from a squirrel
That's
this
right.
morning.
You showed the squirrel who's both.
We did, yes.
Laurel, I hear you've been in Texas recently. Is that true?
It is. Yeah, we're on this quest to figure out where in the U.S. we want to move. So
Oh, boo!
So we've been touring the U.S.
You are home, Laurel.
Do you like it here? What have you thought of
I
Minnesota
think
so
we
far?
really did. We buried the lead. This city is really good. We've really
Yeah?
liked it.
You too, Rob?
Had a great time here in Minnesota. I will pitch Nicole on moving here when we get home.
By the way, I do think, like, legitimately, we could do that as a podcast. Because I think, like, what do you need to be in LA for? Exit interview? Like,
Yeah,
come
no,
on,
I don't
like-
need to be there.
So let's move Rob out of LA. You buy a house. We'll talk. We'll like put like Denver.
All right, well,
Minneapolis.
let's come back to that in the wheel segment of that.
I'm gonna pitch
that
you moving?
People pitch me on
By
moving.
the 100 I was going to give him, I will give you
Yeah.
that 100
and
right
Nicole
now.
can be a guest on the podcast.
No, I want to. Can we call Nicole
right
and-
now.
during the mailbag segment, and we're pitching her moving?
Let's talk to her offline.
Okay, fine.
And then I think it would be a fun podcast.
Okay.
And we have her as a guest.
Can we help you guys pick where you're going to live?
Yes, please.
So what are the
I thought this
finalists?
was my idea.
No, we would appreciate it. So one of the LA is a potential option,
Yeah.
Okay.
but we started looking up rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2-bedroom, 2-bath is like $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
Depends where you live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was in like Pasadena.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are the other options?
So Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, that's up
another
and coming
option.
place. Charlotte.
Yeah. Atlanta's an option as well. Yeah.
Okay, but not staying in Minnesota. That is beyond the pale.
I think we're kind of sick and tired of shoveling snow.
I get it. No, I get it. And not Philly? What about Philly? You don't want to go home.
No, that's an option.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I like it. Yeah, we could put that on the wheel.
Yeah.
Maybe people submit other places. Tempe. What about Canada? We have a lot of Canadians here. It seems nice.
I don't know anything about Canada.
Justin Trudeau is hot.
Sold.
All right, Laura. Anything that we should make sure that we do? Akiva and I will be in Minnesota for another 12 hours. Anything to
good
make sure we
sights to
do
see.
tonight?
Oh, did you guys Did you go to Minnehaha Falls?
No.
No, what is that?
You gotta go to Minnehaha Falls. Yeah.
What is
what do
it?
we do there?
It's essentially a Minnesotan waterfall.
And you go
You
birding.
can go birding. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Not sure it's going to happen in the next 12 hours.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Laurel, do you have time to play a quick game
Yeah, I got
with us?
plenty
Okay.
of time.
All right. So Akiva and I wanted to ask you a couple of quick things that you are America's decider.
Mm-hmm.
You are the person that America turns to decide tough issues
For better
like
or for
you
worse.
did in Survivor Ghost Island. So we wanted to throw some this or that at you.
Okay.
And maybe the audience could do a couple also.
Okay.
Think of this or that. We'll start the first couple.
Yes.
All right, so what do we got? Laurel, would you rather, how about this? Do you think of yourself more as a Mall of America person or a canoe person?
I feel like this is an inside joke that I don't know.
I know, but it is an inside joke, but it's also straightforward. Like, would
Okay.
you rather go canoeing or to the Mall
Canoeing.
of America? Do you think, is it the type of thing where, like, we didn't go canoeing, we were supposed to go
What's that
canoeing.
mean?
We were supposed to go canoeing. We sort of forgot to go canoeing. But I also
went to
think
the
it's
mall.
like with the mall. I did go to the Mall of America. I got a Earth Burger. It's like a vegan burger place. It was really good. No, you don't like it?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's kosher. Also, it's hard to get like kosher food in Minnesota, so it was like a big deal. But I also think because you sound like down in the Mall of America, but I think the same way I've never been to like the Statue of Liberty, and I'm from New York. It's like a tourist place. It's like not for the hometown people.
Too
Yeah?
crowded, too big.
Yeah, okay,
You
that
gotta go
makes
there
sense.
once, but that's it.
Okay. How about Jimmy Fallon or Stephen Colbert?
You're missing out on all the jokes.
No,
Steve-
this was
oh, this
straightforward.
another joke.
Well, they
Okay.
both have ice creams. They both have ice creams at Ben and Jerry's.
They had a first round matchup at the 32 fans
no
Ben
spoilers.
and Jerry's
No
tournament.
spoilers.
Yeah.
I also
Alright.
don't know who won, so don't worry.
Stephen Colbert.
Oh, you like Colbert better?
Yeah.
Can I ask Rob this or that?
Sure.
So you went to Yale, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Okay. Chester went to Harvard. Not to brag, he never mentions it. But I always when I was at work, not to brag at NBC, #1 show on TV. So there was a bunch of people from Yale, a bunch of people from Harvard.
Yeah.
Do you think of yourself, Rob, more as a Yale guy or a Harvard guy? If you had to pick a team.
So I would think of myself more as I think I would be more Yale than Harvard, but I feel like that all Yale shade upsets Stephen Fishback so much.
True.
So I've
You have to
adopted
pick
Harvard.
That's true.
Yeah.
What a troll.
Yeah, it just upsets him so much.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any this or that's for Laurel? Yes, Brett. Just just shout it out.
Just shout it out.
Are you watching Big Brother this season?
Oh, Brett, get out of here. It's not that kind of show.
No, not
okay.
this season.
Okay.
I was going to say Cam Comeback or
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
actually, Brett has a question. There's a tennis match at 9:30 tomorrow morning in Estonia. Brett has $10,000 on it. He wants to know. Okay. It's in Switzerland.
Okay.
Okay. Any this or that's for Laurel Johnson?
All right. How about birding or listening to podcasts?
Listening to podcasts.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Minneapolis or St. Paul?
Oh, shots fired.
Easy, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Has anybody I mean, you probably live in Minneapolis. I feel like wherever you live, that's your city,
It's
right?
just objectively cooler.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Robert Akiva.
Robert
Oh
Akiva.
no! Why would she say me?
Yeah.
I
We
have to
just
go with
met.
Rob, but
we
I
just
love
met.
Akiva too.
Thank
No,
you.
Laurel
Well, I'm
longer.
so
Okay.
honored that Laurel's.
Hot dish or casserole?
Hot dish or casserole?
I don't like either.
Can I make a confession? What is hot dish? Oh, so it's a regional thing, I think.
Anything that's
Okay.
like creamy and that
Yeah.
kind of texture, I do
Yes.
not like.
Okay, Josh.
Macaulay Culkin or Jonathan Taylor?
Oh, good one.
Macaulay Culkin or Jonathan Taylor
JTT.
Thomas? JTT.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
yeah,
that's right.
Mike.
Pork roll or Taylor ham?
Ooh.
Pork roll or Taylor,
Taylor
ham? Okay.
I don't even
I
know what that
it's
is.
Yeah, all right,
controversial.
last one, last
New
one.
Jersey thing.
Gray duck or goose?
What does that mean? Oh, Duck Duck Goose.
Okay. All right, hold on. Grandpa Steve.
Grandpa
got
Steve.
one. Prince or Michael Jackson?
What? They both got
I
canceled.
know. I can only say Prince in Minnesota, but I feel like
Prince
Michael
is
Jackson.
canceled?
I think someone from Minnesota, we did a greatest Minnesotan bracket on 32 Fans, to sort of like before we got here, like greatest living Minnesotan, I think it was, or greatest of all time. And I got an email but I was like, hey, better watch out with Prince. You might not want to annoy Prince the King. So we had
All
Bob
right,
Dylan
all right.
be Prince.
Okay. That's gonna play great in Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right.
Too soon.
Laurel, thank you so much.
And Will, thank you so much for being a good sport.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. How we doing on time? Okay, good. All right. So we want to, we have so many people that are here together. We explored people that are here as couples, but how many people are here by themselves? Okay. Oh, a lot.
A lot of people
rolling solo.
I'm not against going solo, but I feel like I don't have the guts to do it often. I'm impressed that so many people came. A lot of your shows, it's like these crews of people. They don't talk to me or you.
The next one, people are going to show up in big packs now.
Yeah. Oh, this one. But I'm saying it's like a lot of solo.
After
people.
What we're about to do.
Oh,
here
sure.
today.
No question. No question.
So we're gonna help with matching some people up, and we have a guest who's going to help us with this. Let's welcome to the stage. Will, can you come up here and bring up our next guest?
Does he know it? Because I didn't tell it to him. Okay.
All right, guys, please welcome our next guest, Sunday.
Sunday Berquist is here.
Sunday Berquist.
No, you're good. Here, come on over here. It's the great Sunday Berquist.
Sunday
everybody.
Berquist.
Hi.
What's Survivor season? You didn't get a Will. We put him on the spot there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will?
sorry about that.
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
He had such a. I thought he had everything for Laurel off the top of his head.
I gave him the info.
Oh, okay.
I gave him the info.
It's okay, Will.
Production meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Sunday is here, and Sunday that I thought that you'd be a great person to help us with matching up some for people that are going to that are meeting this week for the first time, and then we're going to match them up to be best friends forever.
Forever.
Okay.
You're stuck.
So just friends.
Best friends.
Just friends.
This is not related.
Not matchmaking?
That's
so much more fun.
Well, we did that, and it didn't go great.
Is it a disaster?
It wasn't a disaster. Laurel said it was her second favorite episode, but
Okay.
I think, listen, we're setting up friends. If they want, whatever, that's their business, whatever happens after that. But these are just best friends. Isn't your spouse technically your best, but isn't your spouse technically your best friend?
Mine is.
Okay, great.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
we have spouses too.
You know it's my 27th anniversary today.
What? Whoa.
And here I'm at.
Yeah, and your husband is not a draggy?
No.
That's his present. He doesn't have to come.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So Sunday, before we get into matching some people up, what have you been up to?
Stuff.
Okay.
Speaking, traveling, stuff like,
Okay.
stuff.
All right. Do you ever speak in front of podcasts where they do crazy ideas?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not
So
when
that's
they make me do things? No.
a first.
This is awesome.
Okay. All right. So we are looking for people. Do you have people that you already have are thinking about matching
I probably
up?
should have done that, right?
So what we were thinking of. So should we get 3 people?
Well, no. I think we pick one person.
Yes.
And then we're going to bring them up, and then we'll work from there.
Okay.
Do we have any volunteers? Who needs a best friend?
Who's looking for a best friend?
Okay. Who's back there raising their hand? I don't know. Here, you, in the white shirt in the 3rd row. Come on.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We might.
Okay.
You guys have to share the mic. So.
Yes.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Erin.
Erin, you were at the ice cream tournament today.
I was, yes.
How you feeling after the ice cream
I'm
tournament?
so disappointed. I'm crushed on it.
Well, no
yeah.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Well, she was upset because her favorite flavor
didn't
was
even
not on
make
the
it.
bracket.
What was your favorite flavor again?
Pistachio.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 33rd best Ben & Jerry's flavor.
It was not even in the NIT with the sorbet.
Yeah,
And the non-kosher flavor.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, Erin, you are a local Minnesotan, right?
Yes, I am. I live in Minneapolis.
Okay.
I walked here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
walked
actually
here?
you lived
into exercise.
you previously lived right behind the Ben &
I
Jerry's.
did before, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She still haunts the Ben & Jerry's.
I had a really sad Thanksgiving once where I was alone for Thanksgiving in my apartment behind the Ben & Jerry's, so deathly ill, and I was like, oh, Ben & Jerry's, that's the only thing that could make this better. we're obviously close.
Obviously.
But I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. I did trudge
Sorry,
through the
Scott,
snow and try to
Yeah.
get
Jerry's franchisee.
Yeah, I know. Listen, if he made Quinn work on Thanksgiving, we'd riot. She was a delight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you what are you looking for in a best
Yeah.
friend? That is now that you will share, that you both have a
Yes.
love of RHAP.
Yeah.
Yes.
What-
Yeah. I'm RHAP super fan. For
Okay.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, so she's not so smart.
You, I'm a music teacher. You probably have to like music a little bit.
Now, before we call people up, are you looking for a best friend of a specific gender or anybody?
No.
Okay,
Open.
good.
Okay.
Okay, so a whole room is open
Yeah.
for being
Yeah.
the best friend.
Okay. Sunday, and are you taking yourself out of the running? Here, let's get pass the
I
microphone.
probably do. I should give her a better shot at somebody.
Okay.
More
Okay.
committed.
Okay.
Spend more time with her.
All right. So
I also think what we should like when you pick your best friend,
Like ice cream.
that I think you're like committing to be there. Like there's no backseas.
I mean, like I said, I'm a teacher, so I have like a lot of free time right now.
Okay.
So
The hardest
let's make it
job.
happen.
What do you mean you have free time? Got a lesson
Well,
plan?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so I also think what we're going to do, Rob, what we should do is we're going to check in, whoever you pick, we will check in every month. It'll be a surprise. We'll get your phone
Okay,
number.
all right.
right.
And we'll check in once every month or 6 months, and we're going to make sure that you are actually best friends.
All right.
Okay?
I'm up
Okay.
for
So
it.
now, what are we, like, a couple more things. What are we looking for besides music? Give us a couple more characteristics.
You probably have to be more on the outgoing side. I'm sort of an introvert. I need someone to get me out of my
Okay.
house.
By the way, you did, like, an introvert would not have raised their
That's
hand.
yeah. I'm
But
feeling bold
she really
today.
needs a best friend.
I-
A real
Yeah,
introvert
I'm
wouldn't have
desperate.
gone.
Yeah.
They would have stayed home and been like, I wish I was
No,
that.
my friends were like, "Wow, I'm so proud of you for doing this stuff by yourself these
Aw.
last couple days. That's really nice
Okay.
of you."
But you have friends already.
Yeah.
A couple.
So you don't have a best friend?
No.
The slot is open. That's good.
Okay, slot is open. Okay.
Okay.
So are we looking for a volunteer who wants?
I think 3 volunteers, and you're going to choose one. How does that sound?
Okay. Sounds
Okay. Real.
So
okay.
let's do one at a
All
time.
right, and then okay. So all right. So just come over here behind Carl.
Okay.
Okay.
No hard. And in theory, you could still be like second best friends with the loser. So they're not.
Okay.
No one
Okay.
Do we
Okay,
want
cool.
2 and 3 to come up
No,
also?
let's do one at a time. I
Okay.
think,
All right.
And then we'll do
and
it.
what's your name?
My name is Brett Herbers.
Okay. All right. Do we need? Are we okay with the shot here? Let's get Brett over here. Okay. Come on over. Okay. All right. Brett, why would you be a good best friend for Erin?
So I'm a big people person, and I'm also a future social studies teacher, so we can bond over the love of
Ooh.
education.
Wow, common interest. Yes. I love
Summer's off.
Education, ice cream. I think I'm a prime candidate.
How do you
Okay.
feel about
Yes.
pistachio?
If Erin's a fan of it, I'm a fan of it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Now,
it. Right
are you
answer. Right
are you a
answer.
local? Are you a local?
I'm from Rochester, but I go to school in the cities. So
Is that
Okay.
Rochester, New York? Like we don't know what's going on.
Rochester, Minnesota, home of the
Okay,
Mayo
we
Clinic and a
know
lot
2
of-
cities in Minnesota.
Okay. All right. Sunday. Any first impressions?
You know, I really like Brett, but the Rochester thing could be an
Ooh.
issue.
Oh,
What, some
long
of these-
distance.
Long distance.
Long
BFF.
distance.
Best friends gotta hang out.
It's true, but I also think like the second person is going to be from like New York or something.
Right.
Well, give him a chance to defend himself.
Yes.
That how will you overcome the distance?
They'll meet in the middle.
So this summer, I've been up about every weekend in the cities. I go to school here. Following this coming summer, I'll be here permanently. So,
Okay, so a future is there.
I think, a future in Minneapolis, a future
Yeah.
friendship.
You're not like
Wow.
Laurel. You're not fleeing this coop.
Okay. All right. Any other questions before we get to our second best friend candidate?
Let's
Hold
see.
on. What's your favorite RHAP episode?
Yeah.
So I actually really like the baby naming episode too.
Okay.
Is that too basic?
It's kind of basic.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. What's your favorite name?
Oh, favorite baby name.
Yeah, it's important. These guys are moving fast for best friends.
Favorite baby name ever or favorite from a podcast?
Oh, I'd say it's open.
Okay.
It says a lot about you as a person.
So this is,
Say Erin.
first of all, I don't know. Erin's my best friend, so it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, did he ask the best favorite RHAP podcaster? Was that your question?
No, he said the baby names podcast.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. Well, that's
Now
a
I
good
said,
question though.
what's his
Who's your
favorite
favorite
name?
RHAP present company excluded?
Okay.
Who's your favorite RHAP podcaster?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think. I mean, Rob is up there. But
No, Rob. Rob is
Rob?
ridiculous.
Rob?
What a ridiculous choice.
We're gonna go with Mike Bloom. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Answer.
My
Answer.
kid wrote a lot of the top 10 jokes on 1 minute's notice 5 minutes
Okay,
ago.
that's great. Okay, all right. Any other questions for Brett?
I think I got a good vibe from Brett. I think.
Whoa. Let's not. No spoilers.
All right.
You know.
We got to do the dating game thing where it's
hang out
like,
over here.
but
Okay.
we watch next. We know how it
More
works.
fancy fencer pin. Sorry.
All right. Let's get
Candidate
number two.
Who-
Candidate number 2.
We got one over there.
Okay. All right.
Yellow.
All right. What's your name? Hannah.
Hannah.
Anna.
Anna.
Okay. Here comes Anna. All right. Come over here.
There.
All right. Anna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Welcome to RHAP Live, and you are in contention to be a best friend with Erin. Why?
We did talk a little bit last night at the game.
A ringer.
Pre-game alliance.
They've met.
Oh, wow.
I'm also a teacher. I guess there's.
Wow.
I know
There you
there's
go.
a couple other
I guess-
teachers here. A lot of teacher fans. So,
Yeah.
I'm from the area and looking for someone to hang out with.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a teacher.
All right. Erin, do you have a question for Anna?
Yeah. Anna, what do you like to do on the weekends?
Good question.
Better attends podcasts?
Yes, I do like to get caught up on my podcasts on the weekends. But going out, movie or going to a tap room.
Say music.
Music, yes. Or food trucks, stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Would you be open to going to like an orchestra concert?
I would.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
all right, that's
Do you
good.
have do you have like an extra ticket? Is that what's happening?
All right,
I
Anna.
was in band in high school.
Okay.
so I
Okay.
was a
Points.
musical person, yeah.
Anna, who's living rent-free in your head right
Jeez.
And we also have to go back and ask Laurel, like all these people. We forgot to ask everybody that question. That should have been a
I
slam dunk.
never have a good answer for this. I don't know.
now? Mine is Mitch Garver.
Erin, do you have a rent-free person?
Rent free in my head.
Yeah, and also want to hear Sundays.
Um.
We're gonna have to
Sunday
explain
can go
it.
first if she.
No,
if
she.
she
Well,
doesn't-
you explain it to her.
Explain it.
Yes.
So living rent free in your head is someone you think about all the time, but you don't want to be thinking about.
Can't
them.
stop thinking about
Can't
them.
Stop
You
thinking
want to
about
get them out of your head, and you cannot.
Yeah.
Like a Minnesota Twins catcher who keeps hitting home runs and beating you in games.
Yeah.
Beating you in
We
trivia.
could get back to you on that one
Yeah.
also. It's
Yeah.
tough.
Let me think about that one. Do you have one Sunday?
I gotta think. Who's gonna hear this? That's what I want to know.
Nobody.
120 people in here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have to say. Okay.
I'm too nice.
That's true.
Okay.
Too nice.
Yeah, that's
All
your
right.
brand.
That's a good question, though.
Okay, Sonny, do you have a question for Anna?
I would like to know what competition would Erin have for your time?
Well, I'm single, and all I really have is like my dog. That kind of sounds really lame, but yeah.
What about a cat?
Hey, this is a pet-friendly podcast.
Yes,
we
That
have
does not
pets.
sound lame.
I'm a dog person.
Erin,
Okay.
are you a dog or a cat person?
Uh-oh, this is going to get ugly.
Neither.
Okay, wait. But are you allergic?
Are you willing to let a dog into your life? Just say yes.
Yes.
Do you,
No,
do
you
you,
don't-
Erin, do you worry that you would be competing with the dog for Anna's affection?
I do feel that dog people I know like really love their dogs a lot and like to show pictures of them and spend a lot of time with them and have to sometimes leave a hangout to go let their dog out.
So this sounds like one very
My
specific
mom is
instance.
really good at doing that.
Oh,
for
okay,
me.
okay,
Okay.
all right.
Would you insist that you get to bring the dog with?
No, she's a very shy rescue dog, so
Okay.
she would not want to be around other
Okay.
people.
Okay, all right.
Love it.
All right. Thank you, Anna.
Anna.
Okay. Hang out with
We have one more volunteer, Rob.
All right.
Way back.
All right, way back. What's your name? Alyssa.
Alyssa.
I was the musician who flaked on.
Oh, you flaked on us.
Okay, Alyssa.
Oh, how are you?
Her husband
Yes.
was our first, but not our best choice as
Yes.
band leader.
Well,
he had a gig tonight.
But originally, that we got a message from Alyssa, correct? That was my husband would do this, but he does not like your podcast, right?
Yes.
And he would do it just for the money.
He would only do it for the money.
But he does not want anything. That right? There's a lot of disclaimers.
He's gonna wear earplugs during the show.
He is not a fan of what you do.
Yeah.
He's the draggy, and he doesn't understand this.
Okay. But is he here?
No.
Okay. Oh, he's got a
at the
gig. Yeah. Otherwise, he'd be there. Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But you still are looking for a best friend. Okay.
Are you a local also?
I'm a local.
Oh, so we did find 3 locals.
I live in St. Paul, so we can
Yikes,
explore,
Aurora.
you know. Well, I think you need to have a good balance in a friendship. You have to have
true.
both sides of the Minneapolis, Twin Cities area. So you gotta kind of do both things. We could teach each other about different areas.
She's a teacher.
I'm a teacher also.
Oh my God!
Oh wow. Yeah.
Is everyone here a teacher from Minnesota?
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's let Erin ask a question.
So what should I know about St. Paul, and like, what do you think I don't appreciate about it already?
Well, I know that it's not very like hip hopping, hippie hoppity and stuff. There's not a lot of people always around. Like in Minneapolis, there's a lot of hangs and stuff like that. But I think the really great thing about St. Paul is it's not always crazy busy with parking. You can have great parking. The new soccer stadium is in St. Paul, which is really awesome.
I know a bunch of guys who are really into the soccer.
They love it. They love it.
I think
Wanna
you
beat
can,
'em up later.
You can always find new cool places. I work with refugees here. I teach refugees here.
Cool.
In St. Paul. So I always have great student recommendations for Ethiopian food and great
Nice.
pho and everything like that. So you gotta have
That's
food
good.
and a friendship.
Bonuses. Yeah, I'm
knows
liking
how to pronounce
it.
pho.
I'm liking it.
Okay. Who's living rent free in your head right now?
My landlord, unfortunately.
Okay. Sunday. Do you have any questions?
Well, I feel like you're very outgoing, so that's going for you with the extrovert and introvert here. It seems like you're really honest because you told Rob, like my husband just doesn't like your podcast. So are you
Rob.
honest in all of your relationships?
I am pretty honest. I think, you have to get to know someone until you can have full honesty with someone. You got to feel it out, But the thing is, I have a toddler too, and so I'm really outgoing because I got to get away from that kid. So.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah. The lady with the dog was like, "No, I'm married to the dog." She's
She's
like,
I need a break. I need a break.
See, honesty, I like it.
Okay.
"What's your opinion on kids, though, Erin?"
I mean, I'm a teacher. I kind of have to like kids.
Well,
Yes.
what grade do you teach?
I teach in middle school.
Okay.
Middle school.
Do they? I mean, yeah. It's not quite. Well, they do act like toddlers, so I guess it's kind of
Okay.
similar.
Not if they have a good teacher. That joke. That was a joke.
Okay.
I taught middle school. I quit after 6 weeks.
Okay. Any other questions? Do you have a question for Erin?
Well, what kind of music do you like? You talked about the orchestra. I'm a musician also. I play a lot of ukulele and stuff. Do you like to jam? Do you like to play or do anything like that?
I wouldn't say I jam.
Or do you want to
Do you freestyle rap?
Do you want to or do you want to collaborate on a wand off or something like that? We could get really nerdy with this.
Yeah. I could go for that.
No Survivor talk here.
I like a lot of. I don't know. I like classical music and opera. It's sort of like hard to find people who are also
I love that.
willing to do that.
I was a music major in college.
That's pretty
Ooh.
okay. Wow.
Wow.
There-
We had three really
good
hand
really good
raisers.
options here.
Okay.
Erin,
All right.
you're attracting the best of the best here.
All right. So do we want any audience input, or we don't want to put our hand on the?
I don't know. What do you? Should me? Do you want to vote? Do you want me, Rob, and Sunday to vote? Do you want the audience to vote?
I think you guys should each give your takes, and then
Okay.
we can do like a
Okay, fine.
volume thing with the audience.
Okay.
So the audience will vote. And
Okay.
So what was the first person's name?
Brett.
Okay, Brett.
Or do you just want Chester to decide?
Yeah. Does Chester want to give his takes?
No.
to Chester, do you want to give it a take? He says no.
Okay.
He's tried 4,000 ice cream samples today. He's good on.
I like all
deciding.
three of them a lot. I'm actually
Sure.
very invested in this now, to be honest.
Yes, Vicki.
I don't know if we have time. We have like
I
a
think
half hour.
People want closure here.
Oh, so she dates all three best friends? and
Goes
then
on
she-
a best friend. Goes hangs out with all three best friends.
I think Vicki should be our new producer.
Yeah. Do you guys want that podcast? Yeah.
I do. I feel like the longer we drag it, like we're crushing someone's dreams. Though.
Yeah.
Like she woke up today, like I'm gonna be Erin's best friend.
Yeah. Should we put that on? Should we put that on the wheel?
You want to? Oh man, I don't know. Or should we do it now? Let's let them vote. What should we do? Should we do it now? People want it now.
All right. Now. Let's hear it now. Let's hear it. Put it on the wheel.
No, all right, now one.
Now one. Okay.
Because I think we could still check back in with her in like the mailbag segment.
Okay. All right.
She really wants to be on the podcast. She's like into this.
Okay.
She's branching out.
Yeah. All right. Akiva.
All right. So give us the three names again.
Okay. It was Brett, Anna, and Alyssa.
Brett. I like all three of them.
I got that right?
I think there was a lot of chemistry with Brett. Right. There was like electric chemistry with Brett. Maybe too much. That was a different episode. And also, I think like they had a lot. And then who's number 3?
Alyssa.
Oh, Anna was 2. Okay, and yeah, Alyssa also. I feel like they had maybe the most in common.
So what's your answer?
I think she should do. They're all good. Do you have a preference on it? You already said you don't. Like, have you ever had a male best friend before?
Yeah.
You have?
Absolutely, yeah.
But it didn't go great because it's,
Yeah, everyone I was best friends with before, everyone moved away.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Everyone moved away.
Yeah.
Everyone moved away. So
Okay.
I'm
Why is everyone moving out of the city? No, just kidding.
They're going to St. Paul.
Yeah, they're going to St.
Got soccer stadium.
Rochester, baby.
Okay. Akiva,
am I voting first? When do you vote?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like going to be the Paul Abdul.
So I felt like that when the Anna dog thing came up, I felt like that was a deal breaker.
It was probably the only negative moment.
Yeah. So then it was between Brett and Alyssa, and I felt like that. I know that both of them have different. Both have a similar that they are geographically undesirable for you. GU they call that.
Yeah.
But I feel like that I'm gonna vote for Alyssa. Sorry.
I think Alyssa needs to get away.
Wait, should we just have Laurel pick? No.
Alyssa needs a break. That's for sure. She was really willing to throw that kid under the bus pretty quick to become best friends with him.
Yeah.
We don't. The problem is Alyssa's husband going to be a little bit of an issue because you guys are going to come home and talk about the podcast.
Hates
the podcast. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. It's gonna.
Me too.
Oh well, that's our shtick. I don't know. I thought Brett they had the most chemistry. I think Alyssa really wants it the most. I think. You voted.
She needs it, I think.
Yeah. So you voted Alyssa. I'm going to vote Brett, and I'm going to let Sunday decide. Unless you go with Anna, and then I don't know how we break that tie.
Oh, no, I got an answer.
Yeah. Who is it?
I think everybody needs a best friend named Brett.
Oh. So.
That was a Survivor reference.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but I would pick Brett only because she doesn't have to compete with kids or dogs.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think that's a
Wait,
big...
but we didn't get. Do
And
you
he's
have
a
any
teacher.
kids or dogs?
No kids, no dogs.
Okay, cats.
See?
Cats.
Cat?
Any okay. You have no
Nothing?
attachments whatsoever.
See? See?
Any birding?
Go birding and Erin was like,
Okay. All right. So is it official, Carl?
I think it's okay.
Okay. All right. Do you have a vote, Carl?
Well, I was going to ask him how much birding gear he brings. Lots of
He
binoculars.
doesn't bird.
They're not the birding ones.
No birding.
Okay.
That was a different segment.
Yeah.
I got kind of
Carl,
hung
do you
up
have any
there.
music for new best friends?
What's best friend music?
Oh,
Okay.
like wedding.
All right, why don't you come here?
All right.
Come here.
Brett, come on
Let's
up.
see.
Okay.
Where's Josh Spalding? Get a picture of the new best friends.
All right, and then we're gonna check in with you guys.
Now tonight, I love this.
Okay.
Now, I have to. So we're going to. What's the name of the bar tonight? Are you guys
Brits.
both gonna go to Brits? Now I want to see you guys hanging out. We're going to be watching you guys like a hawk.
All
We're
right.
going to check in like 6 weeks.
And if you're still best friends, let me say 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, then you guys will have you on for the wheel segment or something. We'll get an update. Okay.
That's a yeah.
And now and the consolation prize. Anna and Alyssa, your best friends.
Yeah!
Woo! Wait, hold on. Come back over here. Okay. Alyssa, how do you feel about dogs?
I love dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about kids?
I love kids, and we're actually both the same
might
kind
not
of
be
teachers,
feeling
so we
that.
have a lot in common.
Okay, all right. And you guys are best friends. Okay? All right. I will keep up with you guys too. All right.
I have one question.
Yes.
Carl, you good in the best friend department?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I don't know. There's always room for more, right?
Always. Sunday, anything else you want to say?
I think that was heartwarming.
Yeah,
It was,
thank you,
wasn't
Sunday.
it?
I feel like we did something good for the world.
I did too. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. Should
Okay.
we do now? Let's be honest. You're probably not a diehard Rob and Akiva Need a podcast fan. Okay, that's fine.
Sunday is
I think you
tonight.
do want updates on their friendship, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You're in this now.
You're,
I'm in
you're
it now.
invested.
Now
Okay.
now I'm
Okay.
invested.
All right. So, all right, Sunday, thank you so much
Sunday
for
Berkowitz.
joining us.
Thank you.
Erin and Brett, thank you so much. All right. Okay. All right.
That was great.
So, all right, that was very fun. All right. So, Carl, we're going to get into taking some submissions from our audience about ideas for the wheel. Do you have anything to transition us into this segment of the show?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Anything that would be more something from a cartoon farm animal?
Oh, yes, I think so.
Yeah, give or take.
We played it for him 2 seconds before the show. It was our bad.
That as of 9 a.m., he didn't even know that
Who Peppa Pig
what this
was or
Yeah.
Rob. Yes.
All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and why don't we get a line of people for?
Well, you're assuming there's more than 0.
I saw a couple of hands that went.
Oh boy! We
Here
made a
goes Melissa.
super fan
Okay.
in 20 minutes.
All right. So just a time check. It's 8:25 right now. I want to leave about like 5 minutes before 9 to spin the wheel, and then so let's do about 30 minutes of.
All right.
if
Maybe we got a couple other things.
If we get that.
Can we have a third person maybe come and help us pick? Decide if the mailbag.
Sure
is
thing.
up to?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If anybody in mind, I wasn't thinking of anybody.
Okay.
I was joking. Alexander Chester, would you come up and help us with the mailbag, please?
All right.
Chester, baby.
All right.
I'm sitting right next to Sean the mailman,
Yeah.
so I thought you were pointing to him for a mail segment.
Yeah, that would have
Okay.
been a better guess. That's true.
Yes, he
Switch.
delivers the idea. Okay. All right. So here comes Melissa.
Melissa
is coming back.
Now, super fan Melissa.
Okay. She's coming back. No, sit down. Sit down next to Chester. Okay. All right. And if you
Do you want us to explain who Chester is? 'Cause
and
that's a
if
long
somebody
story.
has another submission, come just line up here behind Melissa.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll know you're next. Okay. So what is?
So I learned who Chester was.
Yes.
'Cause that
Yes.
was one of my questions. And I
Okay.
remembered my questions now.
Okay.
You do a podcast with Akiva.
Nachon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's sports related.
Sports
so I was trying to
related.
figure out why you picked Minnesota. And
Okay, this is going to be the easiest answer of all time. It's going to blow your mind. Give it to her, Chester.
Okay.
So I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And Akiva spends a month every summer visiting his in-laws in Florida and his parents in New York. And so he's in Florida. His whole family's in Florida 2 weeks staying with his in-laws. And he's looking for any opportunity to get
That's
out of
why
that
we're here,
environment.
baby.
Yeah.
And so he said to me, do you want to go? He's a Mets fan. I'm a Twins fan. This was in April when the Mets still, Mets season usually doesn't end until about June.
Hey, the Mets just won 4 games
Yeah.
in a row.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't bring a broom here tonight, but we
And so
should have.
Akiva said, do you want, and he said this on our podcast, so other people heard it. He said, do you want to go to Minnesota to go to the Mets Twins games? And I said, sure, thinking it was never going to
Yeah.
happen, like our friends.
Because his family also doesn't
Yeah.
care so much if he
And then
leaves.
Akiva went and bought a ticket, and he was flying here. And so I said, well, then I better buy a ticket. And then some listeners heard it. And they
Well, then
said,
Rob said, I'll come too. And then people were
I
like,
wanted
well,
to meet Aunt Phyllis, as I recall.
yeah. Akiva and Chester are going, okay. Like, then Rob said he's coming, and then everyone's like, hey, can I come?
And then
it
you
be-
guys all came.
And then, what happened was, the original idea was just the 2 of us, then just the 3 of us. And we were going to stay at a mansion, an Airbnb. It was going to be sweet. We're going to do podcasts with like 8 or 10 of us, but then like 100 people wanted to come, so we had to go to a hotel and spend all this money and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And now we're here.
Okay.
But it started with 2 people.
So that being said, Melissa, do you have an idea to go on the wheel?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right. I think Rob and Akiva go outside.
This is
this a birding idea?
Well, go outdoors or go on a hike.
This is our one outdoors episode.
Yeah.
We're technically indoors, but we left our house to come here.
Her learning curve.
Yeah.
Through the roof.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
And I mentioned this to Kevin, and he just laughed at me.
Okay, so you knew you were onto something.
He knew something that I didn't know.
This isn't so well known. Early on the Seinfeld podcast, Rob and I were going to have a bet, which was we were going to see who could go the longest without leaving their house. And my boss, no longer, because she got rid of me a week ago. Now she's gone too. The whole department's gone. It's fine. So she listened to the podcast and she was not impressed with the idea. She's like, no, you should probably like come to the office or something. So, but we're going to do a bet for who could go the longest without leaving the house. I thought I could get like 8-9 days without like my wife actually.
Also, Melissa might not know this yet, but last time before this trip, Akiva left the house. It was to catch a bus, and he didn't quite make it.
I didn't make the bus.
He ended up in the emergency room.
And Akiva's been outside at the Twins games the last 2 days, and it hasn't
And
been
by the way,
going
miserable,
great.
complaining nonstop. The sun is.
Yeah. All right. So is that's your pitch that Rob and Akiva go outside?
Okay, go
What does
outside.
the podcast entail?
What is the
Like,
podcast?
What are we doing?
Are we podcasting outside, or we go outside and then we tell everyone what happened?
Both.
Okay.
So you go outside and then you host your podcast wherever you go. And I'm thinking if you're from New York.
Yes.
So
I'm originally from LA.
Okay.
So I moved to Minnesota.
Oh
So-
no, I know you don't know what you're walking into right now. Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Yeah, but
What should we do?
Either go on like a hike or do something
together or
adventurous.
separately?
So I think that one of the pieces that you don't have of this formula yet is that we're not in the same place when we do the podcast.
Yeah.
So it would be difficult to
I thought she was gonna say we should meet in the middle.
Yeah, call Akiva on the phone.
Minnesota.
And somehow
I think we're gonna stay inside. Like we will. I'm happy to like do something like this like once every 5 years, but I think we're gonna stay inside. Other than that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Not makes the wheel. What we need if something doesn't make the wheel, we need like throw it in the trash music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay.
Melissa didn't realize she was going to be the.
And then we just we want to keep these ideas tight moving forward. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, hi.
Go.
Say your name.
Matt. My name is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Live in Minneapolis area. Here's something that's near and dear to my heart. Rob and Akiva become pranksters.
Okay.
Go on.
So this one might take. My thought is when it goes on the wheel, this is when everything starts to go in motion. So that when it's picked, you're reaping the rewards of all the things you set in place. For example, I once heard a prank where some high school seniors put their principal's car on Craigslist, super cheap, and then put the school's number so people would call the school all day. So
we want us to steal our high school principal's car.
I think it wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
So I had the idea to say that I had acquired a baby kangaroo and that this kangaroo loved children and loved birthday parties.
Okay.
And I put a coworker's phone number and said to text him whenever anybody was interested.
Okay. Is weed legal here? Okay, keep going.
Pretty soon, the state of Minnesota gave him a phone call asking him where he acquired his baby kangaroo.
Okay.
So all you have to do is put some pranks into motion once it comes up on the wheel,
Pranks
maybe
in
with
motion.
some friends
Let's
of the
get
show.
Chester's take on
What do you
this.
think about pranks? Baby kangaroos.
I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to be the target of Akiva's pranks.
That's true. You are definitely up there.
I'm a bit hesitant to endorse this
Yeah.
one.
That was my first thought, actually, especially when they brought you up here. Yeah.
I think it's more visual than audio. I know like a lot of radio shows do pranks, but I don't know. We're not like prankers. We did prank the listeners once. It didn't it was fine, but
Live show in Minneapolis.
But they also knew we were calling. They signed up.
Easy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Play the trash
Thanks.
music.
All right.
Baby
All right, here
kangaroos.
All right, who's coming next?
comes Josh.
Josh.
Hello, gentlemen.
Josh, how are you? Josh, I won't, no spoilers for
Major role today.
Yeah.
If any lobbyists out
A
there
real,
want to
a
hire
real
some-
rabble
He's
rouser.
got
Yeah.
strong ice cream
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize it until today, but yes, I do. Okay, so my idea is very simple. You just need the two of you and your imaginations, maybe a short list, Rob and Akiva make a reboot. So you take a classic movie, something like that, like The Godfather, Back to the Future, maybe even classic TV shows.
Godfather's not good enough. It needs Akiva's input.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but there's
We're
so
gonna
many
punch up the third act.
Hollywood remakes these days.
So once upon a time, we used to have an idea called Reboot Camp.
Reboot Camp.
And I don't know what happened. If it ended up in the waiting room.
I
or if it-
think it's like it's one of these ideas that's like a solid B, but then like no one's excited when that's picked that week. Do you know what I mean?
I like it. I like the idea.
I just don't. I think it's like a 10-minute bit. I don't think it's like an hour. It's an hour show.
You don't think it could be, even if it was a shorter episode?
What do people like this idea?
Nah. That was tepid. All right.
All right. Not bad,
Good
Josh.
list.
All right. All right. Maybe
You had a good day still,
I think
Josh.
it's Josh. It's in the wheel waiting room. If we can punch it up and figure out something to add to it.
By
All
the way,
right.
we got Will is online. I noticed that everyone who's online didn't know what the podcast was an hour ago.
And now they're filled with ideas.
All right.
They're like
Here comes-
Americans who watch soccer once every 4 years, and after 20 minutes, like, oh, I can make this so much
I can make this
Patrick
sport better.
is here.
Patrick Hott.
Yeah, that's me.
Mhm.
Okay, so I have to give a few seconds of context.
Okay.
So when I became a patron of RHAP, I joined a Facebook Friday, introduced myself to Rob, got brought into it. I said Minnesota, and he asked me more about Minnesota, and he said, that's number like 6 or 7 in our rankings of people listening.
Yes.
And I said, yeah, you should do a live show here, something live.
What did I say?
You
and Rob
accepted
said,
this.
I don't think there's a draw. I don't think people will go.
Yeah.
And look, and you're
I'm
saying
wrong all the time. These people know this.
Yeah.
And you're both saying you really like it here. So I think we
Move
do
to
Rob
Minnesota.
and Akiva visit blank, and
Okay.
we pick maybe a state that doesn't, or a place that doesn't have the greatest perception, maybe
Mm-hmm.
like an Arkansas or Nebraska or something. And maybe you don't actually visit there. Maybe you just do some
Such a
research.
shot fired at Nebraska, which takes a hit every week
I'm
on this
from
show.
right outside South Dakota. Okay, I'm from South Dakota.
Okay.
And you either visit or don't, and then if you visit, it probably won't work if you don't.
But here's the thing: we
But-
came
and then-
here, and like there's so many Minnesotans. Why would we go to a place where the people aren't? Like, I like your idea, but we should go somewhere where people are.
Sure. I mean, maybe.
Rob,
for-
would you do this again? Can I say something? But there's a quote out there. I should have cut it for this episode, where you said after the live show that I said like, oh well, as a joke, like next time we wouldn't do that. It's like, oh, there's not gonna be a next time. Like that was our only live show ever.
Yeah.
And then we're here.
Yeah, well, this is a new show.
Well, now what do you think?
It's a reboot.
You
A
think
re-
it's
reboot
possible
of the
that one
podcast.
day next summer we could do another one of these?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Why not?
So Rob, So Rob, you have the stats of like the top cities for your listeners.
Yes.
And like, so you said Minneapolis.
What places
6 or 7.
last?
No, but I
go
think that
there.
you can take the other cities in the top 10 or 15. You don't have to go somewhere where you don't have
I just
listeners.
think that in terms of it being something that's on the wheel, it comes up on the wheel, and then,
And then we
Akiva
have to
has
go
to
there
fly
that
to
week,
Israel
yeah.
to go someplace.
That's the
So,
challenge. Yeah.
I think that we could maybe like build something into if we were going to do this again next
Yeah.
summer.
What-
when
like you
Akiva
said, the
is
city's
back,
on the wheel.
to
That's
put
a
the
good one.
city's on the wheel. And then
What
have
do you think
city
is a good
wheel.
city for someone said Chicago? Is there another city you have your eye on?
No, if people want to.
How about this? I'm always in Florida in the summers. What if we went to Florida?
So I would say that.
John.
Yeah. Look, I'm up for. I think a city wheel is an interesting idea, but I don't think that we could have like we go someplace. based
Yeah,
on something
Fair
that's
enough.
on
I
it.
just thought the point was.
No, I
going
think it's a good
somewhere-
idea.
or Going somewhere that you have maybe a bad
Yeah,
look on, or
if-
don't think there's any appeal.
Canada.
Break the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Good
All
one.
right.
Good one. Good one.
All right. Here comes Josh.
So Josh was one of the heroes of this week because he got Rob on the
Yes, on the Jumbotron.
and he's got a friend who's
and-
a freestyle rapper.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So this came from trying to book the band with a freestyle rapper, seeing how hard it was. I think the idea should be Rob versus Akiva and booking a music festival. So you guys are going to have
there
a
was some talk about whether this was going to be the Fire Festival.
pretty much
At one
And
point.
so you guys are going
Last
to
night-
draft
Yeah.
back and forth. You're each going to be allotted $25.
Rob doesn't like music.
You got to.
What do we-
Then
His
it should be
favorite
easy
artist is
for
Billy
you.
Joel, and he left the concert 6 songs early.
Because this is the only problem with this idea. My love of music is what's holding us back from
Yeah, no, for sure.
planning rival music festivals.
Yes.
So you
Pretend
see how
music
the
festival.
the
podcast.
posters for music festivals.
Yeah.
So they've got 3 headliners. So
All right.
Rob gets to draft first. He
Let's do
drafts
it right
Billy
now in
Joel.
10 seconds. Go.
Billy Joel.
I get the Beatles. Go
But then you
second.
get to choose how much he has to pay for them. So it'd be $5 billing. Would it be
So
a
it's like
$4
fantasy
billing?
let's
music.
get
Like
Chester's
fantasy music festival, yeah.
Fantasy musical
What do
festival.
you think, Jester?
I need my laptop. I'll go make a trade.
Yeah.
We haven't brought it up today, but at the last live show,
Yeah.
we really were relying on Chet. He was really like the main cog of like the show of the mailbag section every week for 180 weeks. He wrote in and had his takes and was very good. And we're expecting a big performance out of him.
We're like, if we do a live show, Chester could do his email live. It'd be great.
And then we get there, and Chester, it's like the lights went off. Like the lights go out right before we started. And so it's the weird, like eerie second floor of like a kind of weird building, like a churchy building. And you can't see anything, but then there's a glow. Chester is sitting on his laptop, ignoring us the entire show. We call on him, and he's not paying attention, has no idea what's going on. And afterwards, we're like, Alex, what happened? He's like, well, I was making a 4-way fantasy football trade. Sorry.
The first one in history.
Okay.
Okay. Josh, I think we're going to pass on
but you did still have a good week with getting Rob on the Jumbotron.
Would that get more of the Gen Z crowd listening to the podcast?
You wouldn't be ops anymore for them.
Okay.
We're ops?
Ask the Gen Z crowd.
I don't know.
Maddie, are they ops?
Maddie, do you have an idea for us, Maddie?
Okay.
Yes,
All
okay.
right. So
Maddie
thank you,
gets
John.
cut the
All
line.
right. Maddie's cutting the line. Okay.
Formerly
All
8-year-old
right.
Maddie. She's now 11.
Okay.
For those who don't listen to 32 Fans, Maddie came on 32 Fans and won a Seinfeld trivia game against...
It's like a diehard Seinfeld fan.
Yeah.
Maddie last night, she's not wearing a Seinfeld shirt now. She's wearing like inside baseball Seinfeld shirts to every to every event. She's a diehard. What's up, Maddie?
I want to do Seinfeld trivia again, but
Yeah.
versus Rob because he wasn't in it and he backed out.
No, but you would
rock Rob. No
yeah,
offense.
you would beat me.
You're too
by
good.
by a lot.
You're a ringer. It would be like us playing Jeopardy against like Jessica Lee. It's like no, you got to be the host or something. I don't. It's not.
Yeah.
You're too good.
Do you know a lot about any other things?
Yeah. Do you have a second favorite show? Frasier.
No.
So, if we can come up with an idea, I think it would be fun. But I just
We
think
want
that
to be
you
in the
would-
Maddie business
Yeah,
for sure.
You would beat me so much. It would be like haha, Rob is dumb, but
You're going to hurt his feelings.
it
would retroactively ruin the Seinfeld podcast.
I'm still licking my wounds from the Mitch Garver thing.
Yeah, it's true.
Garv sauce.
But we do want to get Maddie involved in the podcast. But thank you, Maddie.
Okay, thank you, man. All right. Carl, do you have any ideas for the wheel?
Fish. Definitely fish.
Fish food.
Fish food. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there a certain
Rob, you can
subject?
go fishing.
Fishing's good.
Fishing is good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Podcast, broadcast.
Have you ever gone fishing, Rob?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I went once. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah.
Fishing's big in Minnesota.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
McAllister from Florida.
McAllister from Florida.
All right, here's McAllister.
Where in Florida?
Panhandle.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the alligators, I think.
Rob reads Akiva a scary story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Akiva does not like scary
Too spooky.
stories. So I feel like that's the kind of thing where it gets like 6 spots on the wheel in October.
Yeah. But the only thing is, I feel like it's like a 10-minute bit. You know what I mean? We'd have to do like a whole spooky episode. Like I don't think how long the scary story's an hour. Like that's a very long story.
Like
Can we hear some spooky music?
Yeah.
Do you have spooky music, Carl?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean.
Okay, so something spooky.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a like.
You want to try now? What's a spooky story?
Once upon a time, there was a high school that had a basement. And in that basement was a room with a door that was never opened, ever.
All right, so far I'm frightened. I want to know what's behind the door. I've never been invested in. I was less invested in the final season of Game of Thrones. Tell me what's behind the door.
All right.
Thank you. All right, that's not bad. Let's talk to us in October, McAllister.
Let's put it in the
It's not
wheel waiting
spooky
room,
season right
and
now.
if we can up the ante somehow to ratchet it up, I
Yeah.
feel like that there's something there.
Bad job, by the way, by Will from America not coming. I feel like he should have come. He hates sports. That's the issue.
He's doing like a 3 times a week movie podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of movies to catch.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, come on over.
All righty.
All right, who's this?
Hey guys, my name's Alex.
Another Alex.
Yeah.
I'm from St. Louis Park, Minnesota.
Another Alex from St. Louis
yeah,
Park.
so is Alex.
I grew up on France Avenue.
He took us by.
Wow.
Yeah, we drove by my family
Yeah.
home today.
It was big.
Nice.
Okay.
Had a gazebo.
All right,
Yeah.
so my pitch right away is Rob and Akiva need a major. It starts off, you both take the ACT,
Okay.
That's some prep
Do
work.
you know that?
All you have to do is sign
Do you
up.
know the
no
story
studying.
that of Alex taking the SAT because he lost the fantasy football bet?
I had to take
He had to
I
get
took the SAT 2
he
years
had to
ago.
he had to get a letter from someone that he wasn't a pedophile. Then he had to get a letter. He had to get it because they were like, why is like taking
Why
the
does it need to be-
SATs? And then he had to get a letter from like we don't do that sort of thing.
There was
on
a room
Saturday.
in the high school.
We don't do that thing on Saturday, so he had to get a second letter from his rabbi that because he needed to take the test on Sunday instead of Saturday. I assume the conversation with the rabbi went extremely smoothly. I lost fantasy football bet. I gambled.
This is all true.
So
and I did better than I did in high school.
And
so.
the worst part is that he destroyed the SAT and he got like a 15-50 and he was bragging about it. It was awful. You didn't get that? What did you get?
We're talking the microphone.
Rob, by the way, did very well in the SATs.
I don't remember, but I don't think it was a 50.
Okay.
Okay, you guys sign up and take the ACT.
Okay.
We're in Minnesota, so it's ACT.
Okay.
Yep, ACT. I want ACT.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Therefore,
Whatever you want.
You have like a baseline for schools to apply to. You apply to a hypothetical school. The Harvard versus Yale conversation earlier got me thinking about this. You pick a school, and then you pick.
Imagine if you got the Yale. Stephen Fishback would be furious. Furious.
He would make a phone call.
Yeah. Whatever you guys want.
You pick a major. I mean, probably outside of something like broadcasting or journalism.
Okay.
Would be preferable.
Are we actually going to this college?
Yeah.
No.
What is happening?
You're
It's only a 4-year commitment.
Okay.
But is this a podcast that people will enjoy listening to?
Yes, a lot of smart people listen to podcasts. I think. And I think they would enjoy this.
But what are we doing? How are we majoring in this thing? I'm
You're
not confused.
thinking about what skills you have. I mean, there's a.
Oh, so we're picking a major.
There's so many life coaches who play Survivor. I feel like you could have more than a few to help you choose.
Well, Caitlin would help us pick our major.
Okay.
She ever comes on her show.
Yeah.
Or Mayo Jar, right?
I think. All right. So that's clear. I don't think we're going to do it, but I think props for creativity. I think that's outside the box.
Okay.
I like it.
Thank you.
The effort involved as an adult with taking the SAT or
ACT.
it's a big pain in the toe.
The idea, like the best thing I have going for me in my life, something like when I like help my kids, watch my wife help my kids, like study for tests and stuff, is like the feeling that you never have to take a test again is so nice. Like no more homework. Like I'm 35, and the fact that I don't have homework like makes me happy still. So to have that, I feel like is homework, you know. But I still props to Alex I like every Alex from St. Louis Park. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, I'm excited about this one.
All right, here
Excited
comes
about
Will.
Will.
Hey, what's up, guys?
All right.
I'm back.
Okay.
Are you a super fan now?
I am. You guys
By
are
the way, you would have
impressive.
been fine. Laurel, I don't know if you asked, like, you could have left. No one would have been mad. She told you an hour. We're
She
over
told me
an
an
hour.
hour.
I know. We've never done a single hour episode. We used to do an hour episode, and then the guy, I guess he has some money, he used to pay us $1 a minute to go over an hour. So if we did like a 2-hour episode, he'd pay us $60 a week. Not us. That would have been sweet.
No.
We never made a $1 from that podcast.
Yeah.
No, he gave it to charity. We gave like $5,000 to charity for that. He did, not us. Yeah, no, that's Dan the benefactor. He's not here.
Dan the benefactor.
I don't know, maybe he lost all his money. He gave it to us. So, Will, I am curious to hear what your idea is.
So I think you guys should have like a holiday special. So like,
Okay.
Rob and Akiva spend Hanukkah together.
Okay.
Right? Where like Rob comes to visit you, and you
Okay.
guys sit down and do the podcast.
Yeah, we
Thanksgiving
latkes.
dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but are you picking a specific holiday, or is it like whatever holiday is closest when we spin the wheel?
Yeah, whatever holiday.
Shouldn't we have a holiday wheel?
Yeah, then there's there a holiday wheel? Like,
holiday
are we
wheel.
celebrating like Valentine's Day in August?
Yeah, that would work.
Laurel would like if you guys celebrated Valentine's.
No, but I think it would be interesting to see how you guys would interact, like, with each other's families.
Okay. Oh, okay. Families. Oh, well, there's one member of Rob's family is not like I would say not a stan of me.
It's not my kids.
It's not her kids. My son, he calls podcasts lalas because he thinks a mic you like say lala into. So he anytime I'm on the phone, he's like, "Is that Wob or Chester? Are you gonna do a lala?" So they like Rob, but I think Rob's family is not a big fan of me. Would it be like The Godfather, like the meeting of the families, and our wives like they would have this understanding look
in
in
the
each other?
Godfather reboot that we do? Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad, I think, but we're not really. The issue is we're not in holiday season at all right now. Like, what's the next holiday?
And
Labor
the
Day?
and the travel would be tough on short notice in
Yeah.
terms of like we have to do pull off an idea in a week when it comes up on the wheel.
Yeah, but I think there's something with the holiday that we could for sure do.
Yeah.
I do. I think maybe you should celebrate Hanukkah.
Well, that's fine. I would love to.
You were
celebrate
very into
I would
Hanukkah. Last year you
so
said-
into Hanukkah.
Yeah, you
I would
like it more than
trade
Christmas.
Hanukkah for Christmas in a second.
8 days, baby, but you have to give your kids 8 presents. That's 16
fine.
presents.
You know how many we give them now?
What's your thought on candles? Are you into lighting candles? You gotta light candles.
Yeah.
I guess you could do electric. You're not even Jewish. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? That's it. One
Yeah.
a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Christmas is
Latkes are like
one
fried-
big present orgy, and for 20 minutes, and then everybody's unhappy again.
Fried potato. Latkes are fried potato pancakes. You hate food. How does that sound, though?
Sounds fine.
Okay. And spin the dreidel. You know what a dreidel is?
Yeah.
Will you spin the dreidel?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I think that's
think we
good.
have something
Rob
here.
celebrates Hanukkah this year.
So
Remind
how
us.
about this? I like the idea of a holiday special,
Okay.
and then having
Yeah.
like 6 spots in December.
Okay, good.
Or 8 spots for December.
Yeah. Are we gonna make it December?
What's that?
I'm joking.
Okay. All right. So all right.
2 more.
All right. 2 more. And then we got to get to the spin
wheel.
the wheel.
We got to talk about that wheel.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So my
Can I say something first of all? This is Andrew, right?
Yes.
Andrew.
Not childhood Andrew.
Not my childhood friend.
Another
I does
Andrew.
not like. But can I?
Different Andrew.
My childhood friend Andrew came to the Seinfeld show, and the second after show, I've never performed live in my life. I was like, a little nervous, and I walked over and I'm like, Andrew, I've known him since I was a baby. I was like, Andrew, how'd that go? He was like, wasn't for me. So, anyway, I'm also looking for a new best friend.
Okay.
But so Andrew, we were going to do a talent show. That was one of the ideas in the wheel. It did not win. Very few people like sort of put themselves out and like, I got a talent. Andrew's like emailed me right away. He's like, I got a type 5. I'm going to do stand-up comedy.
A type 5 / loose 7.
Loose 7. He also said loose 7. So props to Andrew, and I'm happy he's up here because we didn't end up doing it, and I thought well, maybe this isn't like the right venue for stand-up comedy, but he put himself out there. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
So, Andrew, what do you got for us? And is your pitch, I do stand-up comedy for an hour?
If you're in
Andrew
the 40,
Kerner's special, 60 minutes.
If you're in the $45, is it $45?
$75 patron.
The $75 patron level, then we'll get to hear Andrew stand up.
Okay.
No,
All right. What do you got for us, Andrew?
So my pitch is Rob and Akiva have someone else's podcast.
Okay.
Rob and Akiva.
I like it
pick
so far.
When it comes up, Rob and Akiva pick a random top 10 or trending podcast or something, preferably a topic that they're not
I
familiar
thought you meant
with.
an RHAP. Like I thought he meant like we're gonna be Taryn for a day.
No.
Okay.
No.
I want to be Taryn for a day.
Just
no kids, nothing but live feeds.
No, can I? We want to hear like a Bill Simmons impression, an Ira Glass
Okay,
impression.
so we do
something
like the
that.
BS report. We get like Malcolm Gladwell on the horn.
Like we're doing like the Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. And the less that you know
All
about
right.
it, the better.
We're like
and
high
then
on
you
PCP
just
or whatever they do.
What I would be
Alex
worried
Jones
about,
on RHAP this week, guys.
So what I would be worried about is lampooning a popular
Yeah.
podcast. I would not want to be in a war with these stands of said
We should
podcast.
do the 10 least popular podcasts.
Yes.
Rob did that once, and his listeners destroyed them. They don't exist anymore.
That's true. If you end up reviewing the podcast, you don't want to be the guy who gives them 0 earbuds.
Yeah, you get like Pardon My Take to give us like 10,000 one-star reviews. It'll hurt RHAP.
So I like the idea, but maybe it's not a podcast. Maybe it's a TV show or it's something else. But I like. The
I
idea
thought
of
like,
us-
what if it's RHAP? What if we're like, and nobody wants? What if we're like the Bachelor people that week?
That we just do a recap of the and then
don't
do they
know.
do this podcast?
Yeah, they do this.
Look, if there was another podcast that won't,
Yeah, they have
switch
to
with
come.
us.
We don't want to steal it. They have to come and offer it.
Yeah, so
First they have to like know we exist.
Yeah. Okay.
Allie Lasher would switch.
Sure.
We
So
can do the
if
challenge.
anybody's up for a Freaky Friday, is that
That's
right?
a good name. That's a
yeah.
good name. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll do
okay?
it. We're in.
All right. Pending.
All right, Erin.
Pending they
approval.
turn the key.
All right. Last but not least,
Jeffrey
very
Goldstein.
spiffily dressed.
Yes.
The
Jeffrey
first
Goldstein.
guest on 32 Fans this morning and the last guest on RHAP.
All right,
this
very.
evening.
What symmetry?
Well, we still have to get to the wheel spin.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 more guests. What are you talking about, Chester?
All right.
All right, Jeff. What do you got
All
for
right,
us?
so the idea is that listeners would send in embarrassing stories
Mhm.
or incidents or
Mhm.
embarrassing bets that they've lost in
Okay.
fantasy football, perhaps.
Okay.
And you would kind of figure out what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened.
Okay.
What's kind
What are
of
the
like,
stakes? I always wonder. Like people have some. You know what I mean? Like the winner gets what? Like just a no. It can't just be like that they know that they were embarrassed. Chester gives them $500.
They get.
Will you foot $500?
I don't think that's okay. I guess Chester could give $500.
Uh-huh.
They could have a money in the bank pass.
Okay. So they get to come on a podcast. The person with the most embarrassing story. I'll tell you with the submissions in general. It's like sometimes they're great and sometimes it's like oh.
But
like
also,
three
I
people
think the
submitted.
really embarrassing ones. So we did on 32 Fans. We solicited.
Oh, they were.
we solicited
if you go-
confessions. We
yeah.
didn't do the podcast, but people sent us some really dark and
Oh, yeah.
entertaining things.
Yeah.
But if
It
they're
was anonymous. That's the issue.
people don't
you
really
won't
want
get good stuff
people
unless
don't
it's
want-
anonymous.
If it's actually good enough,
we
people
did
don't
one,
want
but
the
then we
names
had to
out
delete
there.
it. It was like too much. I didn't want like my parents to listen one day.
Was this also in the bracket? Is this an idea that we can't do?
Oh yeah, I don't think we're allowed to do it for the next 6 weeks. We have there's a lot of rules on this podcast, and I don't know any of them. I'm one of the co-hosts.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that like confessions or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. This is a very we've
yeah.
spun a very tangled web here.
I
We
think
don't even
so.
know the rules of our own
yeah,
podcast.
One day we'll do some version.
We'll do
some
embarrassing
version of
story.
that.
Why? I think you have a really embarrassing story that you
Do I
do. You want to win this podcast?
Do I want to win this podcast?
Do you want to drop it right now?
Let's hear your nomination.
Let's hear my nomination. I
Yeah.
think we'll have to wait until.
Okay.
it gets on the wheel.
All right.
All right. Fine.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
If you're a $75 patron,
Okay.
then, you'll find out.
Can we?
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, can
Thank
we
you,
get-
Alexander.
All right. Anybody else? Grandpa Steve, do you have a suggestion?
we're good.
Okay. All right. So let's get to our big wheel
Yeah.
spin. And could you set this up?
Yeah. Okay. So we usually, if you're not a listener, our wheels usually we just have an internet device.
Yeah.
Rob spins it. I don't see it, so we're on the honor system. And
Why are you making quotes?
because every time a good thing comes up, there's like one or two guys like, I think Rob cheated because you guys had a stinker last week and he needed a bounce back.
Yeah,
episode. I'm like, you think Rob cares way more than
we need
he
a
actually cares.
stopper.
We needed a wheel, and a bunch of people said they had a wheel, but one person actually came through, and that is the listener, Jim Crumley, the great Jim Crumley. You have no idea. After the podcast, look at the back. Can you show them the back of the wheel?
Okay.
It is very intricate.
All right, Chester, you switch. You come over here.
This wheel is no joke.
All right, can we get Jim? Come on up.
And Gavin, Jim's son Gavin is here.
Okay.
Let's say Gavin.
Okay.
Gavin came to all three events
come on
today.
over here, Jim. Come stand.
Gavin got tricked because he was told there would be ice cream and there would be baseball, and then I don't know what this third one. How'd this go, Gavin? Gavin, how do you think we did?
Is Gavin a draggy?
Were you being dragged? Was this okay, Gavin?
Yeah.
Does your dad owe you a big one for this?
No.
Okay, great. Okay.
Okay. And so, have you ever built a wheel before?
No, this is my first wheel. I've reinvented the wheel.
All right, so let's just get a shot of this for the video. Eric, can you
show the back, or it can't be moved? Come look at the back after. It's like much more impressive in the back.
Okay, so this is not the real. This is not the real spin. So let's talk about what is on the wheel, and you base this off of the spreadsheet at Rob's website.
I emailed it.
Okay.
I do some
Okay.
pre-production.
All right.
Rob.
So let's talk about what is on the big wheel for today. And then we'll have Gavin spin the wheel.
Yeah, Gavin, you're going to spin the wheel.
Are you up for that? You remember how to do it? You practice it? Okay.
Like being on
All
The
right.
Price is Right.
All right. So here we go. So on the wheel, we have season 3, episode 7. How many spots does this currently occupy? 9.
Okay.
9 spots. Okay. Unfortunately, we do not have the ping pong balls here, so
I forgot. I forgot that.
We are kind of screwed if that comes up.
I forgot about that.
All right. Next
I knew I
is
forgot
the roast of Rob and Akiva. That was in the running potentially to be a live show. Yeah.
The Roast of Rob and Akiva and Millennial Judge are out this week.
Okay.
Because
Ali Lasher
is studying for the bar.
Okay.
So 2 things: if they come up, we got to respin.
Okay. Next up. Canadian TV shows are trash.
Oh, that's a good one.
We have a selection of Canadian
Degrassi
television. Yep.
and I have some other shows. I don't
Corner
remember.
Gas, right?
Corner Gas.
Yep.
We have the one Corner Gas super fan here,
And check
Claire.
them out. Okay. We also have Mount Rushmore, where we're going to come up with the top 4 things.
Rob's least
that we
favorite
lear-
idea.
Yeah. You think I hate that idea?
You always say I don't like that idea.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm not.
A veto, I'll say a veto's in play if that comes up
Yes,
tonight.
Okay. We have RHAP sequels. We don't have the sequel mechanism,
That-
but it's
that's
only
just Brant Steele. It's Mike
all
Bloom. Mike
That's
Bloom.
Brant Steele. Stans
Yes.
versus Ops.
Mhm.
Mitch Garver. Watch out. Okay. Census. The
Taylor
census.
Cotter. It's a fun one. That's gonna be a
The
fun
aforementioned
episode.
census, where we're going to send
Lot of
out
fun
a
questions.
census to the listeners, and then
Yeah.
and then find out the answer to your questions. Millennials killed it. We'll find out all the things that millennials
Dr.
killed.
Amanda Rabinowitz.
The crappy movie diaper. How are we figuring this one out?
We forgot a big part of the show.
Yeah. Got a lot of stuff. Okay. Infomercials are trash. We got to get a hold of Eric Stein.
Eric Stein, baby.
Does he remember that this is still
He
on the
used
wheel?
to tweet at us every week, like, great episode, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't heard
Okay.
from him recently.
The RHAP Royal Rumble.
That's a popular one.
Crowd favorite.
Fan favorite.
The coin flip, where then we would spin the wheel 2 more times, and then Akiva and I will flip a coin, and then get to decide which thing we will do. And the Oregon Trail has been on here for many moons.
Since the
has
second
not been
episode.
picked. Okay.
While
All
we
right.
spin, somebody get up the wheel list thing in case one of those comes up, and we'll have to we'll rip papers and we'll do it
Okay.
here or something.
Carl, do you have a pick for what you would like to see come up on the wheel?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, fish is good.
Yeah.
I always
Fish-
like
what
smoked
do you think
fish.
Yeah, okay.
Fish is good.
The Royal Rumble. He's a big Royal Rumble.
All right. All right.
Wheel of fish.
All right.
All
Here
right,
we
Gavin,
go. All right.
spin that
Gavin, do you
wheel.
have a pick? What would you like to see come up on the wheel?
Probably Royal Rumble, right?
Guys, leave me alone. I just want to go
Yeah.
home. This is way longer than my
past
dad
my
said it was
bedtime.
going to be. Okay. All right. Give it a good spin.
Real hard.
All right. Around and round and round she goes. Heading towards that big season 3, episode 7.
All right.
Okay.
Piece of paper. This
No.
is ridiculous.
All right. No. So we'll just have somebody. Now we'll have somebody who has Sunday will give us a number from 1 to
good idea.
whatever,
If
and
you
then
want anything, we'll keep counting.
and then
idea.
somebody get that spreadsheet open. So come on over Sunday. Come on over Sunday.
Spend 20 minutes ripping a piece of paper.
Yeah, that is insane. All right. So, all right. Does anybody have the wheel
By
list?
the way, while we do this, Home
Spreadsheet-
Improvement.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Home
Yes.
Improvement
Come on over
should
here.
be out because we already watched it.
All right,
Take
fine.
Home Improvement out.
Fine. Okay. So you have the Sean the Mailman has it open. Get up for Sean the Mailman.
Sean the Mailman.
Okay.
What a cool guy.
All right. How many things are in the fishbowl? Okay.
Just leave it in there
All right,
for-
leave it in
for-
there. Okay.
If it comes up, we'll
1
worry
through
about that.
23. If you pick home improvement, we'll have to ask you to pick another number. Okay. All right. Sunday. Give us a number from 1 to 23.
11.
11. Okay. Sean the Mailman, come up here. Come up here. All right.
By the way, Vito's still in play.
Was it Home Improvement? No. Okay. All right.
What are
Can
we
get-
watching next
Can we
week?
get the a drum roll, Carl?
Please, Carl.
Okay.
Come and knock on our door.
Three's Company.
All right.
Wow. Season 3, episode 7 of Three's Company.
All right. All right. It's not
How
Dr.
well
Pimple
will
Popper.
it hold up? We'll find out. My guess is not well.
Okay.
Maybe Three's Company will be canceled. We'll see.
I don't even know what it's about.
Oh,
I'm
you're
excited.
in for a treat.
I don't even know. I don't even know how it got in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay. All right.
That's exciting.
All right. Akiva, what else?
I think we had a great time.
Yeah.
This was a dream. We started with 2 people, and we got 127 people who filled the room. I think we had a fun time today. People have a good time. Also, come, especially if we haven't met you. If you haven't come to the any of the previous events, come say hi. If I've never met you or Rob's never met you, don't be shy.
Right.
What else? What else do we got? This was great. Minnesota, I think.
Should we do this again next summer?
Minnesota?
No, somewhere on the wheel
We're
of
going
cities.
where Laurel's going.
Yeah. The wheel of cities. We gotta go.
By the way,
mix it up.
Texas, like Austin, that's not a bad idea.
Put it on the wheel.
Oh, you
Okay.
went there though. You went there.
Yeah.
Okay, forget it.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna be going to the Brits pub after this.
We're gonna beat up the Aston Villa. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
This episode is going to go up over this weekend, so we'll be back with our Three's Company episode the following weekend after that. So don't get greedy and expect a new episode on Saturday. And anything else?
No,
Okay.
just thank you so much for coming. I
Yeah,
appreciate it so much.
So let's thanks so much to Scott St. Pierre.
Yes,
who-
Scott, putting this together.
the technical wizard behind all of this.
Yeah, Noah Schulman. I don't know if he's here. He did a lot of the local Minnesota stuff.
Yeah,
Carl.
Carl, thank you so much. Carl, you have
Pleasure,
a
Rob.
Carl, you have a plug? You want to tell
Yeah,
people to
anything
check
to
out
plug?
any of your stuff for
Music?
parties, bar mitzvahs?
Oh yeah, lots and lots of those, man. Lots. I'm playing at Bowfest on the 26th.
What's Bowfest?
Bowfest is up in like Superior, up on the Great Lakes.
Okay.
It's with a girl-fronted band called Starlet's Web.
Whoa.
Starlet's Web.
All the
Starlet.
famous
That's a really good name.
artists.
Yeah.
Starlet's Web.
Okay.
Be
Yeah,
confused.
any place online, social media?
Oh,
anything?
well, just Google that. Starlet's Web, like Charlotte's Web.
Okay.
Starlet's Web.
Starlet's Web. Got it.
Starlets.
Would they be up for being booked in a fictitious music festival? I mean,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
go
so.
on a poster,
All right,
right?
I got the Beatles. You got Starlet's Web.
Okay. All right. And then, thanks to everybody at the Minnesota Convention Center.
Yeah.
And
The Hilton Garden Inn.
yeah,
Minneapolis St. Paul Airport.
Yeah.
Mall of America.
Yeah. Are we? Is there going to be a sleepover podcast tonight?
I think there will be.
Okay.
Thank you to the New York Mets for winning both games while we were here.
How about that?
Shout out to Pete Alonso, 474-foot homer that Rob and I
Yeah.
both missed.
Yeah, somehow we were working out we were talking about the different
Logistics,
things for the show,
and
and we're
we
like,
missed it.
what? Is that a typo on the scoreboard?
It was like
What
14. It was like 4-3 2 minutes ago. All right.
All right. Thank you guys all for
Thank
coming
you,
out
guys.
so much. We really appreciate it. This podcast didn't exist a year ago.
Yeah, and look where we are now.
We've gotten so much support from you guys who have been, really having a lot of fun with this very stupid idea that we have about this wheel. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you, Alexander Chester and Laurel and Will and Sunday and our new best friends and everybody else. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
Good night.
Bye.